Good afternoon, everyone, and this is the last game of the first round of League A, and the game is between Mr. Yan and Mr. Camila. It's Mew with TherapieGo. Okay, Mr. Yan got the black, and Mr. Camila get the white. At the beginning, Mr. Yan choose the AI opening with a corner approach and a San. So at the beginning, and Mr. Camilo chose the very nice answer. This is the right answer and the right direction. If white choose to black choose to Atari and capture, we see that here is exchange, but I do believe that this exchange is good for white, and white can get all the left and the top of the left, get all of this. This is the best result for white, but black choose this answer. I think this is good. So now these are the normal answers and the normal Joseki for this corner. And now we see there is an important part of this game. So for this corner, we see white choose to play S14 first and then push at R15. And now we see that white should to choose a push and cut. This is my advice for this corner. And if before this I want to see that, usually that white will just push first, and if black block, and then white will just go out directly. This is a normal opening and normal Joseki for this corner. And if white choose to play this again, and maybe the same result of the left bottom corner. Okay, so now let's see that in this area, you usually play this. If black extend, we will hane, push, or push and hane, but we need to cut before we need to hane before cut. This is a very important part for this game, and you need to hane, because if you just push and cut, and black can descend here. Now if you block, and this is a big difference with the last one, because without hane, like this one, no, sorry, let's get back a little bit. If you hane and cut, then you connect and you can extend, then this area is leave. But without this hane, the black extend or descend and then extend. You need to reinforce the corner, because without this reinforce, you will die here. Okay, so remember, in this game, Mr. Camille just push and cut. So this is a best chance for black to counterattack. Just descend here. This is a good way for black to get advantage in the beginning. Okay, so now let's start the analyzation for this corner. First of all, we start from this one. Now push, hane, and cut. Now extend, connect, and play here. So black have if white hane and connect, then it's the same with the game, with our game, and black can jump and white play this one, and this is actually a normal start. I do believe that it's okay for both white and black. Okay, so without this honey and connect, white can extend here. Okay, so black jump and white play here and throw it. If black connect, then this Joseki will develop like this one, and I do believe that this is good for white because white got the corner and the wall here. I think white is I think is white is good here. Okay, so black can Atari and then white throw. If white descend, then black can connect and then get out here. So this is good. Now throw, Atari, and then play here. I think this is a complicated Joseki here. We are going to interpret it. Okay. Sorry, I have forget an exchange which is very important. You need to Atari first, and then throw, Atari. And now this is a very complicated Joseki, and I have already gave a comment of this at the Wednesday. Now Atari, and you kill, and I can capture. So this, I believe this is a good result for black. And also for white, it's a fair Joseki here. For me, I prefer white because white get points and also a thick wall here. Although black gets some points here, but I think later the dominant of this area is white. Yes. Okay, so this is a really complicated Joseki here, and what will it develop later? For this area in our game, Mr. Gamil choose to play this first, and then we start to know that, okay, sorry, if you play here again, I can jump here. This jump is a good way for black to defend. If you push and cut again, I can Atari, then capture. You need to reinforce, and then the outside is collapsed. I can just tight all the liberty of you and become the black stone, become a thick wall. This is a good result for black. So I do believe that white cannot push and cut. If you connect, then I can play here to reinforce myself. So I do believe that this is a good way for black to play in this Joseki. So now my advice to Mr. TherapieGo, Mr. Gamil, is that to connect and then extend here is a good result. Okay, so in this game, Mr. Gamil choose to play here, but he made a mistake here is that black can Atari out, and then black can extend, and this extend, the ladder here is good for black, and this is a very hurtful news for white. So white must to attach here and to reinforce the ladder, and now black got a chance to jump out. So this time is very bad for white, both outside and the corner. So white reinforce here, and then black capture this for Sente, and now black gets the outside again. So I do believe that this Soseki black get a big benefit here, both outside and the inside. So now black attack again, and we see that it's a nice attack here, and I think maybe black leads a lot right now. Now white need to reinforce or make leave of the white bottom corner, but it's hard for white to reverse the game. Now white to make leave, but I think white have a chance to make leave like this. If black Atari and connect, and white have already make leave, and if black want to kill, white can get out like this. Or if you think this is not safe, you can just capture it. It's good for white. I think white make leave directly, and it's a good news. If black Atari this one, and then white can Atari and then sacrifice it with this move. And now you see this is a bad ladder for black, so black can only to endure it. And then white get this big pawn, so the game is maybe a long game again. So I think this is the best way for white to make leave. In the game, white make leave like this, and black get a chance to keep attack. Now we see that black's corner, these stones A, B, C, D, E have already make leave because the F place is a Sente, so black can attack the G stone easily. Now this is the biggest point for black, and then continue. Now we see that black have this attack, and also this extension. Okay. So black choose to attack here, and white choose to defend, but we see that it's useless. And now we see both the territory and the thickness of black is leading, so I prefer black, and white is in dilemma. Later Mr. Yan is that's black, played really nice in the later. He just take care of all the groups here and keep threat to all the white group. This is a nice game for white. Here, I think white need to get out this way. If black want to kill, and I can make it complicated. If you kill this, and I can kill you this stones. This exchange is not simple for black, so I prefer to do this. So if you connect, I can play this moves. So this is totally different. Okay, so let's keep moving. And Atari, with this exchange, all black stones are really thick, so black can play anywhere he wants to play. But if white give more pressure to black, so this game will be totally different. And at last, black choose to kill all white groups here. If white block, I think this might be a little bit difficult for black to kill, because you will play here. I can do this move, you kill this, but I can't target here. If you extend, then this liberty race is complicated. I can play here first, and then I can connect. I don't think black will kill like this. This is not a wise decision for black. So usually that block here is a nice decision, but still I think the game still will be won by white by black. But this is the only way for white to make leave. In the game, white play here and black kill all the white's group. So finally, black wins the game. Anyway, this is I think this is a good game, and Mr. Yan have already performed really nice in this game. I would like to say that Mr. Yan is the strongest person in our League A, and I wish that someone can beat him. And this is, but it's really hard. Okay, so in this game, I wish that you could study the top right corner. Everything in the top right corner is really important to you. So maybe if you have a nice study there, you will improve a lot. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay, thank you for the listening.